long time ago, down in ancient Greece, an aunt gave a present to her favorite niece. It was a little wooden box with a lock on the lid, and the aunt told the niece, now listen what I did. I took all of the troubles that make the world blue, and I locked them in the box. I'm giving it to you without trouble or strife. We can start the world anew, but don't ever open it no matter what you do, 'cause the things that live in the bottom of the box, deep inside where no one can see, if they ever get out of the bottom of the box, I'm not responsible for what's gonna be. Well, the girl grew up without trouble or strife, and she found her husband. She lived a happy life, and the little wooden box on her dresser it sat, between a little bottle and a little china cat, till one day temptation came into her head, and she picked up the box, and this is what she said. My aunt's been telling stories ever since I was a kid, and I wonder what really hides under that lid. There might be gold at the bottom of the box, deep inside where no one can see. Wealth untold at the bottom of the box, and why shouldn't I have it all for me? So the girl drew the drapes so nobody could see, and she took the little box, she turned the little key, and the sky got dark, and the room began to shake. The house began to tremble, and the earth began to quake, and the troubles poured out. They were scary indeed. There was pride and vindictiveness and enmity and greed, hunger and disease and poverty and war, troubles by the dozen and troubles by the score. They kept pouring out of the bottom of the box, deep inside where no one can see. The girl, she screamed and she tried to close the box, but she couldn't close the box, and the troubles got free. About 3 minutes later, or maybe it was 4, the aunt came pounding at her niece's door. She found the girl crying with the box at her feet, and hundreds of troubles all rushing down the street. Well, the aunt told the niece, get up and dry your tears, what's done is done, and we'll have some bad years. But don't just wallow in your sorrow and your fears. Open up the box again and see what appears, 'cause there's one thing left at the bottom of the box, deep inside where no one can see. We still have hope at the bottom of the box, and hope can beat the troubles eventually. So the girl got up, and her pretty eyes she dried, and she took the little box and she looked inside. Out came hope and filled the room with light, picked up the box and flew into the night. Hope flew down the street and all around the town, buzzing the troubles and knocking them down. And they lay there on the ground, getting quiet and small, and in just a short time Hope had beaten them all. Hope gathered up the troubles and put them in the box, deep inside where no one can see. Hope gathered up the troubles and put them in the box, and locked the lid tight and threw away the key. Well, the modern version of this telephone, it started in Florida 8 years ago, when they opened up a box full of hanging chads. The troubles came out and they drove the world mad. We had hunger and war and poverty and fears. We had hundreds of troubles for 8 solid years, but we still had hope. And now, without a doubt, we've opened up the ballot box and let hope out. Hope was waiting in the ballot box, deep inside where no one could see. Now we've let hope out of the ballot box, and now we're all excited about what's gonna be. Hope was waiting in the ballot box, deep inside where no one could see. Now we've let hope out of the ballot box, to make a better world for you and for me.